I don't think I want to fight this thing. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm just gonna reload my save. This enemy is basically garbage. It doesn't really give you much XP or AP, and it just deals damage to you. It's kind of a waste. So after a hard reset, the encounter is always the same. So the first is always Master Tomberry, and then you have one magic pots. So I feel I should get more elixirs first. Hey Jay, how are you? Oh wow.
Does Mistyles block Emerald Weapon's attacks, or at least has a chance to, or do they?
Well, Emerald Weapon has various attacks. I mean, the first one is the this beam, not beam, but I think it's called Emerald Shoot, and this one you cannot dodge, but you can dodge the second attack, the Emerald Stomp, where he attacks all characters because it's a physical attack. So you can't actually dodge the shooting attack. Like his AI he uses this shoot attack, and then he can use it again, or he can go directly to the stomp, and then he goes for the shoot one more time, and then he has the eye phase, and he has this emerald beam attack, which is actually percentage damage, and you also can't dodge that. And then his eyes attack you, and then he can do this beam again, and if his eye is still alive, then he will use Airtime Storm. And then he just repeats this phase, like when the eye's all dead, then it goes back to a shoot, stomp, shoot, and then the eyes again. So you can dodge the physical attack, but you cannot dodge the other attacks. And the other the shoot attack is actually quite strong. It's like 3 or 4k damage, so that could be an issue. You know, if I have a higher level, I also will have a higher defense and magic defense, so that could help to reduce the damage. I'm good. Why is my I don't know. Why is there a blank screen all of a sudden? This is mysterious. Never mind. Well, compared to some other modding communities, I feel that FF7 is quite of a medium size. There's quite a bit of there's quite a few mods out there. I mean, if you compare to like FF8 or FF9 or FF10, there's basically none of mods for those games. But for FF7 there's quite a few mods. There's all kinds of gameplay mods and graphical mods and music mods, and they're quite diverse. But I mean, of course it doesn't really compare to, I don't know, modding communities for games like, I don't know. I have no idea what kind of game has a huge modding community, but I'm sure there are games that have much bigger ones than FF7. You know, I've played a couple of different gameplay mods, like difficulty mods that increase the game's difficulty, and I liked them. Well, there we go then. I wonder what else I should maybe level up. I am not really sure. Oh, also I never actually picked up W magic materia. Why is that? I have no idea. Why didn't I pick that up? That's stupid. It's just in the next room, but I never got it. That's strange. I mean, yeah, I've seen some Pokemon ROM hacks. There's like entire games with entirely new Pokemon and stuff. I never actually played one though. Well, that's W magic materia now. I don't even know why the screen has this weird shortcut in which you jump through the swamp. Seems a bit strange to me. Oh, so the save point doesn't really work half the time it says it does. This is quite mysterious. Does it work on like solar power and doesn't really work that much then? I don't know, it's kind of strange. Yeah, somebody should explain how exactly save points work anyway. That sounds equally exciting. Well, you're quite blessed in that way, I think. I don't know, but a lot of people I've spoken to, they cannot stand Blitzball. And I myself, I hate Blitzball. I'm glad you can enjoy it, but to me it was always the most pointless part of the game. It's even worse that you actually have to do it. I mean, in FF10 there's also Blitzball, but you never have to play it. But in 10 it's actually, it's quite a necessary part of the game and you can't really skip it entirely. You also don't really want to fight those enemies, because they also don't really give you much of XP or AP. But this is arguably the most pointless enemy. Is that a picture of your sprained ankle? Oh no, it doesn't seem so. Well, there's a header. Isn't there? Sadness makes you take less damage by 30%. At the same time, your limit break bar increases only half as fast. But you don't really care about limit breaks in this mod anyway. So you only care about the reduced damage effect. Hey Pedal Bear, how are you? You're doing alright. Well, that sounds good. I never hunted dragons, did I? I mean, the mod didn't change the story, no. If you're wondering about that. Well, essentially it's no healing mods. It removes all instances of healing in the game. You cannot heal with magic or limit breaks, items, anything. That's what it does. I mean, by healing, I mean you cannot increase your HP or MP. So you cannot restore your HP, but you also cannot restore your MP. And you cannot revive anyone. So it is a total move of healing in the game. You have to beat the game without ever increasing your HP or MP. Hey, Fine Lines, how are you? Yeah, I'm good myself. Well, that sounds good for you, I hope. How are things in the EU? I don't know. It's difficult to say, but you know, it's not just that the EU was affected. I mean, in case you like follow financial markets, there was like all kinds of mayhem going on Friday morning. You know, stocks and currencies, commodities, futures, everything just not taking too lightly to this. I don't like this damage. I am currently grinding levels, actually. Well, what currency do you mean? Do you mean the pound? Because the pound has actually dropped a lot. But it's not so much the pound, you know, there's a couple of currencies that are more affected by this than others. Well, it probably went up a bit, but it's not expected to regain all its lost ground, is it? Well, if you want to go to the UK for a holiday or something, I guess it just got much cheaper. I mean, there's always winners and losers with currency moves, so just hope you're a winner. Well, I don't really know yet what level I want to reach, but I might still do this for a little while. You get mugged in Liverpool or Manchester? Wow, that is fascinating. You know, I heard that actually Glasgow also had a very high crime rate. Isn't that true as well? And hey Fakeman, how are you? Why is it as Endler? It's a great name. You know, the name as Endler is quite sophisticated because, insofar as that, you know, there's this kind of tattoo that is called tramp stamp in English, which is usually a tattoo above your buttocks, right? And the German expression for that is called Arschgeweih, which in English translates back to ass Endler. So there you go. It's quite convoluted. I just thought I should, you know, introduce some culture to this game. So I did it in this way. Anyway, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't die. Oh, hey, Shoto. Dude, I don't know how long I was gone, but I was just gone for like 5 minutes, just getting some food and some drinks, and I don't know. What is all this hysteria about? I did it again, Whites. I used an elixir myself. Oh, never mind. Where the sailors hang out. You know, currently I think I'm gonna use Knights of the Round against Emerald Weapon. But to maximize the damage I deal, I want to increase my magic by the most. And this is why I'm actually leveling up Magic Plus Materia. No, I actually never played any Shenmue game. I know that there was a Kickstarter, I think last year or 2 years ago, about Shenmue 3 Whites. Well, how would having a baby make you less excited, or I don't know. You didn't believe the graphics are real? So are you saying the graphics back then were so great that they smashed expectations? I don't really know what Shenmue even looks like, but that seems like a quite bold statement. Oh really? I have no idea. I mean, my video game and console knowledge is kind of limited, honestly. Maybe I should do that indeed. I have no idea what any of this means. Yes, this is Northern Cave. This is actually the so-called swamp area of Northern Cave. Maybe that's what it means. Magic counter takes forever to master, it seems. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people told me that, but frankly, it doesn't really seem that surprising to me. I mean, I know how FF7 works, and that the game isn't really too hard. I mean, damage you take isn't really too high. I don't know, FF7 is a rather simple game, a rather easy game, and you can make it quite far without healing, I suspected. I'm not surprised. Well, it's not a 5-course meal, it's just 5 different bowls. I don't know. But to be fair, I consider breakfast as like my most important meal a day anyway. Certainly the most complex, the most heavy meal. Well, I recently, not so recently, but I think this year I started having breakfast again, and I've quite enjoyed it so far. I would definitely recommend breakfast. Give it a try. No, I had like a bowl of herring and some other fish. Then I had some oatmeal, a plate of bread, some yogurts, and a bowl of frozen blackberries. Well, I basically only started using it a while ago because people asked me to. And I really only post pictures of foods, so if you want to see pictures of foods, I could add you and you could see pictures of foods. Oh, and German landscapes I pass. I'm quite a... I don't know, that's the other thing I take pictures of. Oh, I see. That name is not really a surprise. I think I actually use a very predictable name on Snapchat though. It seems you might be able to find me. Oh really? I don't actually know what my Snapchat name is. I thought it's that. But maybe it's more mysterious, let me check. Well, apparently it should be that. It literally should be that. Not sure why it doesn't work. Oh hey Mosquito, how are you? Well, let me see if I can just add you. It might be easier. How do I even do this? I don't know. I don't really use this. Oh, there you go. So, never mind. That was a nice interlude. You know, somebody told me it's unusual to have fish for breakfast. How is that unusual? I don't understand this reasoning. I mean, is there like some kind of list of things you cannot have for breakfast? Who made that list and on what basis anyway? Well, I guess you must like fish to have fish for breakfast. I mean, would you eat fish at any time of the day? At any other time of the day, not for breakfast? I mean, I don't know. You know, my craving for foods doesn't really depend on what time of day it is. I don't know. I mean, then again, I also really understand this thing people talk about when they have foods, like... When people describe foods, one of the first things they always mention is texture. I don't understand texture at all. Like, texture doesn't make any sense to me. I would never talk about texture because I don't understand the point of texture. Maybe that's just because I'm different and the way I treat food is different. Maybe that explains it. You know, I might have watched some YouTube food videos, and they always talk about texture of foods, and I don't understand it. I don't know what they mean, and I don't know why texture matters anyway. Yes, if they die, you cannot resurrect them exactly. That is what it means, yes. Tofu sausages, that sounds kind of delicious. I don't know, I'm kind of fond of tofu actually. You know, I didn't really enjoy tofu when I first tried it, but it's actually quite good, I realized. I don't really know how to describe the taste of tofu, because it's not really like anything else that much, but you know, a lot of people treat it as like some kind of replacement for meat, so it's kind of like meat, but that's what it's supposed to taste like. It's kind of close, I suppose. Well, I mean, tofu is vegan indeed, I suppose. But I don't know. I don't eat it because I'm vegan. I'm not even vegetarian, obviously. I mean, I eat lots of tuna, so I cannot be a vegetarian anymore. But it actually kind of tastes quite good. You don't have to be vegan to enjoy tofu, do you? Yeah, you can always level in FF7 here in the original game as well. This is arguably the best place to level up, actually. No, I've never been a vegetarian. I didn't imply that I ever was. I never really tried it. I don't know. I don't know, I'm not really into trying it either. I'm too selfish to try that. I don't feel the need to, I don't know, to just get away from some foods because of reasons. I also like to eat a lot of chicken. I mean, I do eat some chicken, not really a lot of chicken, but I do not intend to stop doing that. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference anyway. You know, I know all kinds of reasoning schemes for why you want to do this and that, but essentially, what I do will not really affect the world on a large scale. It's kind of foolish to assume that if you stop eating meat, then the world will be a better place. The world is just a place of nihilism. You have to embrace that. No offense. Well, good for you, I guess. You know, there's actually a lot of YouTube channels that are just about being vegan. I don't even know how I found them, but I stumbled into like a couple of those, and I've watched some videos, and it's kind of cringeworthy actually. I mean, you kill people and animals just without knowing it, you know. If you like go for a bike ride, you probably smash like lots of snails and all these kind of things. And I mean, how do you even know what kind of consequences are the result of your actions? You know, if you try to be nice to people, you might just involuntarily lead to someone's death because you're being too nice to them, and then they become careless and they just happen to fall into like a train pit and they die. You know, you cannot really control life. It's futile. I mean, you shouldn't go around and kill people, but you cannot really do too much anyway. Oh, what is that? Looks like a picture of something. You know, I only have so much empathy anyway. I mean, when I see like a fly in my room, the first thing I do is I try to kill the fly. I hate flies. They are annoying. They keep on landing on my face when I try to sleep, so I kill flies. I don't have any empathy for flies, and I openly despise and try to wreak genocide on all flies. I mean, some people, they wouldn't hurt flies. I think they're crazy. Oh hey, thank you so much, Mosquito. Yeah, I think this is a new feature. You can now actually, when you subscribe, when you resubscribe, you can like add a message to tell some, excuse me, to say something. I'm here mostly for leveling up my characters' levels, not so much the materia, but I want to level up mostly Magic Plus right now, because that's going to be really useful. I think I'm going to fight Emerald Weapon and use Knights of the Rounds. So I want to have very high magic stats. I'm not really sure what level I want to reach, but I suppose something like 70 at least. Yeah, I think I actually am going for Master Magic as well, because I'm just leveling up all my magic materia. But that's more just because I don't really know what else to put in my slots. Yeah, I mean, I guess that could make the game harder, but even then it wouldn't really be... You know, there's actually a playthrough that does that. Actually, the playthrough's a bit harder. The playthrough, it only allows you to heal in mandatory healing situations, so you can like use the inn only one time and only then when the story tells you to use the inn. You know, like sometimes in the game your characters just sleep and then they are healed automatically, and in that playthrough you can only use those ways to heal, and that is called necrosis, which is kind of why this mod is called True Necrosis, because you can't even use those. But that playthrough apparently isn't too hard either. So I have 3 mastered, that's 150%. I will need 6 mastered, I feel. Then I can double 2 characters' magic stats, 3 characters' magic stats. And that would be really neat. You know, at this point though I've taken quite some damage, so I need to be a bit more careful with my HP. I mean, if you look at my stats, you can see that they are definitely increasing. I mean, I haven't really shown them like 10 levels ago, but I can see that they are definitely on a good way to being somewhat good. So maybe I should go outside and see, I mean, I don't think Ultra Weapon is gonna be hard. You can deal with Ultra Weapon rather easily. Ultra Weapon should be quite rather easy actually. So that really shouldn't be an issue. But then there is, there are the other weapons, Emerald and Ruby. And I feel I can manage Emerald. I haven't really thought too much about Ruby though. Yeah, I intend to do all the weapons actually. You know, I don't really feel this is too much of a big deal. I don't know. Well, did you bet some money on Brexit? I heard that that was a big deal. People just betting all over the place. Yeah, I would not bet either. I don't really believe in that. I mean, apparently it's fun to bet, but I never quite understood where the fun comes from. Well, apparently the Canadian dollar isn't even that bad anymore, is it? I mean, I think the exchange rate right now is like 1.30 a Canadian dollar is equal to $1 US. Horrible? I mean, what do you exactly mean by horrible? I would suppose that, well... I mean, I've never been to Canada, so I don't really know, you know, what kind of prices you pay there, but... I mean, you see the issue with exchange rate is that if you, like, have, like, a, like, in the case of the Canadian dollar, I would just assume that stuff is just, you know... that it wouldn't really make a difference in your daily life if you live in Canada and pay with Canadian dollars. But then again, I have really no idea. I mean, take for example the exchange between Japanese yen and US dollars, like 100 right now. But stuff in Japan is just different prices, so I mean you can't really compare it so easily. Well, if you import stuff, then of course it's going to be an issue that you have to pay with US dollars, that's true. Hey, Spooderman. You know, then again, you could argue that, you know, personally, I use Euro, and the Euro is, like, currently at 110 to the US dollar. So the Euro is essentially more valuable than the US dollar. But I don't really import much that is priced in US dollar. In fact, I'm like paid in US dollars that I have to then exchange into euros, which is kind of annoying because it's... I would prefer it the other way around. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but like if you don't import stuff, you probably don't have a lot of issues, but yeah, I mean, importing is an issue. That's true. You know, then in theory though, I mean, if you were to export stuff, you would profit from it, but that really only mostly concerns like companies. I suppose you're not a company, are you? Well, there you go. I don't really know what else I should use for my slots right now, so I'm just gonna leave them empty. You know, in fact, I might want to go and fight Ultimate Weapon very soon. This save point is just garbage. You know, I haven't seen that emote in a long time. It's interesting to see it still exists. So, I think once I have some more medical materia I will leave, because that's the most important materia I'm grinding here right now anyway. So, 2 more of this and then I can leave. You know, actually a very easy way to deal with Emerald Weapon would just be to use overflow damage from Barretts. But that would take a long time still to grind enough materia. But that's something I haven't really thought about, but then again that's also very cheap. No, I'm not really mastering all my materia, I'm just mastering materia I feel I need to fight the weapons. I don't really care to get master materia in Cosmo Canyon. I'm just mastering what I find is useful. So right now I'm, for example, mastering mostly Magic plus Materia, but also some other Materia. I mastered some Mime. I'm also working on double cuts. And, well, also XP plus. You can only buy one in the gold source, so once you have one, you have to master it to give it to other characters. And I don't think I will master Knights of Round anytime soon, because it needs 500,000 AP, the most of any Materia in the game. Magical actually needs 300,000, so that's quite a bit as well. It seems that attack removes sadness. Maybe another attack I didn't notice, but I have to sometimes reapply tranquilizers. Also need to look up something. 1 second. Never mind. This black screen. Are you seeing a black screen? Because that would be unfortunate. Maybe you need to buy a new screen, because yours might be broken or something. Maybe it's Twitch, who knows. Well, it looks like a Twitch issue then. You know, some materia takes forever to master, they just need 100,000s of AP. One of them, surprisingly, is magic count, it needs 300,000. Mega All, I'm not sure how much, but it seems to also take forever. I mean, National needs the most of the game, it's 500,000 AP. But there's some unexpected materia. This only needs 100,000 counter. For some reason, magic counter though it needs 100. It needs 300,000. I'm not sure why magic counter needs so much compared to counter. I have no idea. Seems a bit random to me. I mean, a lot of seemingly garbage materia takes a lot of AP to master. Oh, actually, also, I haven't even been to Cosmo Canyon yet. I haven't gotten full cure materia yet. I mean, not that I would be able to use it anyway, but I never got that, and I also sold transform materia that Katesif comes with. So I never really mastered those materia yet. Not that it really matters. Yeah, that would be an issue. I actually thought about that if he had done that, but I felt he probably didn't do that. I mean, you could still grind somewhere else, just wouldn't be as fast. You know, in fact, you might argue that if you grinded somewhere else, you would take less damage. But it would just take forever, and I wouldn't really want to do that. Well, yeah, that's a good point. So I think I want to do something interesting against Ultimate Weapon. Not really interesting, but something something that's gonna save me some time. And I feel I just want to master this one materia left, the Magic Plus, and I'm gonna actually try that. Well, I mean, I have characters that have 9000 HP still, Vincent and Kate Sif essentially. So I will just make sure that Clouds isn't the one who, you know, takes all the damage. I'm not gonna use Kate Sif's slot, slots. I don't want to do that. I probably could. Well, you have to realize though that I need to have one character alive and 2 dead at the beginning of the fight. I feel it actually will be really harder than Emerald. Emerald should be easy. I mean, not really easy, but comparatively easy. Somewhat more straightforward and more intuitive. Whereas Ruby Weapon could be, I don't know, that could be an issue actually. I haven't really thought it through very much. At least not yet. Well, I suppose I don't have to do it all in one session today. I can just, you know, see how things go. Yeah, I've always found it weird how it's phrased as something was born. You know, I didn't even know there was a Steam sale in it until OCT mentioned it to me, I think, 2 days ago. And I haven't looked through it. I can't say I know anything of interest. You know, apparently Fallout 4, as well as this other game called Dragon's Dogma, is quite cheap right now, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't even try those games. I still have to try Fallout 3 actually, I have that, but I haven't really played it yet. Well, I actually googled Dragon's Dogma and I realized it's about dragons, who would have thought? And I don't really like dragons, so I don't know if I would like the game. So I'm gonna leave now and try ultimate weapon. That should not be an issue actually. I might go to Cosmic Cannon first and maybe get full cure materia, even though I probably don't have any use for it. Will he use that? Thank you. Wait, in fact, let me check something. I mean, how much exactly is FF9 on PC right now anyway? When it first came out, it was actually already on sale. But I think that was just because its initial price was a bit steep. So they had to make it seem a little bit cheaper. Hey Shoto, how are you? Good to hear. I'm good myself.